Welcome to my channel, Outspoken Samantha. If you are new here, welcome. I appreciate you clicking on the video to watch it, and I would love it if you would help me to grow this channel and hit that subscribe button now. And if you're returning, welcome back. I truly do appreciate your continued support on my channel and leaving comments and having conversations, and I would love it if you would just make sure that you are subscribed as well. Now, before we get into today's video, I just want to introduce our guest of honor. This is Sailor. I love my cat, but she is being a pain in the butt, and she loves to try to lick my arms while I am trying to get things done, so there's that. Some of you may or may not know, because who really pays attention to celebrity events anymore, but the Met Gala did happen a few days ago, and as ever, it was just another event filled with celebrities who, though they love to try to pretend to understand the social, cultural, moral, and political issues that matter to everyday people and love to weigh in on how we should vote and what we should think, they consistently demonstrate just how far removed they are from the experiences of the average working American. And I have to say, I don't really know that much about the Met Gala in particular, but I do know it is known for having a theme of some kind and that the fashion is more about art and interpretation than it is about something that people would actually wear. Now, before I get into my criticisms of this event, I do have to say that there have been times when I have found some of the gowns that the women have worn kind of fun and interesting, and the first gown that popped into my brain was the one that Blake Lively wore a couple of years ago. So yeah, I did happen to think that that one was actually really pretty and kind of cool, and I generally think that Blake Lively tends to be somebody that's a little bit classier, though she is part of Hollywood, so to me, it tends to all kind of run together. But I just wanted to at least give a positive note before I get into everything else that I have a problem with. And this is all from the very, very limited amount of attention that I pay to any celebrity event, because at this point, they're all just stupid, and they're really just a bunch of wealthy elites getting together and patting other wealthy elites on the back, giving each other awards that only mean something to them, but have absolutely no meaning or value to anyone outside of their tight-knit group of friends who poop gold and wash their hands with $100 bills. So I know that the Met Gala event is known for people being extreme, and I get that. However, this year the theme seemed to be to send people in direction, which was to wear almost nothing at all. Now, I don't know whether to blame inflation, because perhaps the cost of fabric and elaborate accessories was just too much even for them, or to blame the fact that we have a society that has totally lost its moral compass on all fronts, and where we used to believe that decency was a worthy virtue to possess, now it's just been completely thrown out the window and apparently anything goes. I'm definitely leaning toward the latter. So in this article from the New York Post, it says, on the first Monday in May, Hollywood favorites turned out in droves to ascend the museum's iconic staircase, this year making a splash on the carpet with avant-garde, wet looks, and a bit of nudity. Everyone looks wet, content creator Mandy Lee said in a TikTok video while revealing looks from the evening. There's so much wet and damp moisture at this Met Gala. The liquidy seemed to pay homage to the dress code Garden of Time. Vogue's Anna Wintour, who helms the Met Gala, previously apologized for its vagueness, with ensembles that looked to the earth, sea, and air for inspiration. If celebs weren't wet, they were nude in more ways than one. While Doja's tea left little to the imagination, other stars were dripping in just jewels, like FKA Twigs in a dazzling Stella McCartney two-piece and Emily Ratajkowski in a transparent archival number from Atelier Versace. I mean, what is this? What is this? And I know that my criticisms of some of these outfits is probably going to make me sound really old, because I know when I was a kid, it was the older ladies that would be like, you know, I can't believe what the young people are wearing today. But to me, it's about so much more than just what they're wearing or what they're not wearing, but it is the fact that morals and decency seem to be increasingly a thing of the past. And it's the fact that now people are also incentivized to behave this way because shock value can be monetized. But it's not only that. It seems like you have to be willing to be extreme to get attention, and the goal is to do it and to get the attention before someone else does it and capitalizes on it first. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of comments from people saying you're just jealous because you couldn't wear something like that and you wish you could get away with that outfit. And honestly, the idea of someone saying that to me or about me makes me laugh, because my goal in life is to live and die in my sweatpants. When I get home, the first thing I'm doing is heading straight to my closet to find my joggers and to put them on. My kids, my husband know this. Comfort is my top priority, and it's a bonus if it's something cute, but I just have to say, I have no jealousy of these women whatsoever. And also, my criticism of their outfit choices is completely separate from their beauty, because clearly these women are gorgeous. But the point is, as is the point in about 99% of the things that I talk about on my channel, is how far are we willing to go? How low are we willing to go? Like, where does this end? Like, are we going to start seeing full frontal nudes of men and women at these things? I mean, is that what we're going to have to come to expect and to accept as the next new normal? I'm old enough to remember when we used to tell women that they have more to offer than just their bodies, that they do not need to use their breasts or their butt to get attention, and that they shouldn't be doing those things. But it seems like that's all we're focused on these days. And I also want to just talk about Kim Kardashian's outfit here real quick. I just have so many thoughts on this. So when I was growing up, the big concern was that girls would look at these rail thin models that were all over these magazine covers, and they would think that they had to be skinny in order to be beautiful. And people were worried that this would influence girls to develop eating disorders. As women, we wanted to promote a healthy body image to girls and teach them to love themselves for who they are, and to not look at these unrealistic portrayals of women's bodies and think that that's what they needed to do to be beautiful. But I feel like today we have an even bigger problem, because now the standard isn't about being thin, because clearly we have this whole body positivity movement that says being obese is fine, and as long as you love yourself, you won't develop diabetes or heart disease. But today's beauty standards for women are set at a far more unrealistic level than they were when I was a teenager and a young adult, because now it's almost like the standard of beauty is to become a living version of a photo filter. Stop licking my arms. Whatever image you see on Instagram or TikTok that is generally altered with some kind of major editing or filtering, you should be able to try to be that thing in real life. And that's honestly why I think so many young girls are getting things like Botox fillers and plastic surgery at such a young age. The body and the beauty dysmorphia is off the charts, and images of Kim Kardashian shaping herself like some kind of living AI girlfriend is just one of those many things that are going to make that worse. But that's just kind of my take on everything. Because so much of what we do is online, and we use filters and we use all of these things to enhance the way we look to people that might be viewing our TikTok or Instagram or social media pages, that it's really hard, I think, in some ways for these young people to present themselves in real life, in a real life image, in a realistic way, actually looking like a human being. Let me know all of your thoughts on this in the comments below. Please like this video. It does help me in the algorithm. I would love it if you would make sure that you are subscribed. Keep it real, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.